Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like negativity is just all around you? Whether it's in your office, your friendships, or even your relationships, sometimes it feels like the world is throwing negative energy your way 24/7. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, you don't have to let that drag you down. Studies actually show we're exposed to more negativity today than we were just 25 years ago. In fact, 95% of news headlines are negative, and here's something that might blow your mind. 63% of teens say watching the news actually makes them feel bad. And honestly, how often do we find ourselves stuck in that cycle of negativity, scrolling through social media or getting caught in a toxic conversation? So the question is, how do we protect ourselves from all this negativity? The key is this: you can't always control the negativity around you, but you can control how long you let it affect you. And trust me, how long is everything. Let's say you're at work, and one of your coworkers is constantly complaining about how bad the job is, how unfair their boss is, or how the workload is just too much. It feels draining, right? That's the kind of negativity that can stick with you. But here's what's interesting. Studies show that when we dwell on negativity, it affects our ability to help others or even perform simple tasks. In one experiment, people who focused on negative experiences were 26% less likely to lend a hand with even the easiest tasks. So, the more you focus on negativity, the less energy you have for the good stuff. So, how do you break that pattern? You need to be intentional about interrupting it. Here's a powerful strategy one calls spot, stop, swap. When you spot negativity creeping in, whether it's a negative thought in your head or a conversation at work, you need to stop and reflect. Think about the energy that's entering your mind and how it's affecting you. And then swap that negative thought or conversation for something positive. It might sound simple, but it works. For example, maybe you wake up early and start your day thinking, "I'm so tired. I have so much work to do." You've just set yourself up for a negative cycle. Instead, try this. "I'm tired, so I'll take a break and recharge before tackling the big tasks." Now you've swapped the frustration for action, which gives you power over the situation instead of letting it drag you down. But here's the truth, negativity doesn't just show up in the office. It's in our relationships too. And we all know that one person in our life who just can't seem to be happy for you. Maybe it's a friend who always has to bring up something negative, even when you're excited about a promotion or a personal win. I call these people the cancelers. You say, "Hey, I got a new job." And they respond with, "Oh, well, how was last month for you? Didn't you almost get fired?" They can't accept that good things are happening, and they can't seem to celebrate your wins without finding something wrong with them. That's tough, right? It's draining when someone constantly downplays your success. But here's the truth, you can break the pattern by doing this. Ask yourself, what's something positive you've recently achieved, and celebrate it for yourself. Even better, go ask a couple of close friends or coworkers to tell you what they admire about you. When you ask for that feedback, it boosts your self-awareness and reminds you that you're growing, even if someone else can't see it. Then there are the casualties, the ones who always blame others for their problems. Maybe you've had that conversation with a friend who just won't stop pointing fingers. It's always everyone else's fault. But let's be real, sometimes we all do this. We blame others for things we feel we can't control. And while it's important to empathize, it's also crucial to shift the focus to what we can control. Ask them, what's one thing you can do today to make this better? Shift the focus away from blame and onto solutions. That's how you help them move forward. And then there's the critic. The person who never misses a chance to point out what's wrong with your choices. Maybe it's a family member who says, "Why would you do that? That's a terrible idea." Listen, you can't control how people react, but you can control how you respond. Don't internalize their projections. What they're criticizing is often more about their own fears and values, not yours. And if you've ever had a commander at work, the type of boss or colleague who's always pushing you to do more, even when they don't take care of themselves, it can be overwhelming. But the key is boundaries and knowing your limits. Don't let someone else's pressure define your pace. Stand your ground and focus on your own growth. And finally, let's talk about competitors, people who turn everything into a race. You share a personal success, and suddenly they've got to one-up you. It's exhausting. But remember this, their need to compete comes from their own insecurities. Don't take it personally. The point is, there's negativity everywhere. It's impossible to escape, especially in today's fast-paced world. But what you can do is control how long you let it affect you. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting energy and practice spot, stop, swap every day. Shift the energy around you and don't let anyone steal your peace. So let me ask you this. What's one step you can take today to break free from negativity? Is it in your office, in your relationships, or maybe just in your own mind? Let me know in the comments. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more motivational tips. Keep shining, keep growing, and remember, you have the power to choose your energy.